Right, well, welcome to this pre-match press conference, Lee. Fantastic one to have you again. And obviously, the league season starts this weekend against Whitehaven. Uh, what's your thoughts going into this fixture this weekend?
Well, we're still upset with how we played 2 weeks ago. So we know we need to improve absolutely loads off that. And we said at the time, didn't we? There's probably no better fixture to have than playing Whitehaven again after they beat us 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks, but we're here now. We're looking forward to it on Saturday night.
How intense has the last 2 weeks been with obviously the way that we played against Whitehaven in the cup and the manner of the defeat?
Well, yeah, we've trained hard. Obviously, if you'd have just had a game last weekend, you can't particularly go that hard in a week's training. But we've had 2 weeks off, so we went at it last week, doing what we could, and then we've sort of tailored it down a bit this week, looking towards Saturday night. So yeah, we've done as much as we can. Now we know what we did wrong up at Whitehaven. We know what we need to improve on, and hopefully we can do that.
It seems so uncharacteristic from a lot of players with the mistakes that were made, and hopefully that's not going to happen on Saturday. With playing the same opponent so quickly, does that help things that we know what Whitehaven are about? We've obviously seen them now up close and personal, or does it hinder us in a way, and vice versa for them as well?
I don't think it matters too much, to be honest. Whoever would have been playing, it's on us to improve. It literally didn't matter who we were playing that day. We would have lost playing like that. And if we repeat that again on Saturday, we'll lose again. But it's not to do with Whitehaven. That it was to do with just us and a really low level of ball control. Obviously, I mean it were daft at times. We'd work really hard to get the ball back, and we'd drop it on play one or play two, and then have to do the same again. So, I mean, you couldn't tell that Whitehaven were down to 12 men just purely because we were dropping the ball so much. And we could have been playing against 11 or 10 and we'd have still probably lost because the amount of defending we had to do, everything just looked really bad. And we've looked at it, and Whitehaven probably had 2/3 of the ball, and we just didn't have it enough, anywhere near enough.
What are you expecting different from this game, apart from the fact that we're at home this time, which will be maybe nice for the lads to get on the home turf?
Well, that's it. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Our last home game for the ones that are still here was against Widnes last year, over 12 months ago, I think. So it's been a long time. We haven't played a friendly on it either. So we always want to make it such a tough place for opposing teams to come to Dewsbury, and we want to get off to a really good start. I think last year we played 2 at home. We give Lee a game, and then we beat Widnes, and they were our 2 home games. So we want to set off on the right foot. Looking at all the teams, there's going to be so many tight games, I think, across the board in this league, and it's going to be who can win more tight ones than losing them. So, we've got to look after the ball. That's the bottom line. And also, again, it just doesn't matter whatever else we've planned for. We've got to look after the ball better, respect possession a lot more, concentrate. There's a lot of things that go on in the play of the ball. Every single play of the ball is sort of hands in, wrestling matches going on. But you've just got to get your own house in order and make sure that you're keeping hold of the ball and respecting possession. And if we do that, we're a much better team than what we showed 2 weeks ago.
And in terms of, we didn't want to have the week off by going out the cup, but from a coaching point of view, I suppose it'll have been very interesting from your point of view, being able to watch quite a lot of the games and seeing where every team is sort of at, because we're so close now to the season beginning, and we're going to come up very, very quickly against some of these opposition, in the first few weeks of the season.
Well, I think it's a positive at the moment that all the kickoffs are spread out. So You can watch all of the games, so that's a positive. You can watch them live and sort of see how every team's doing over a weekend. So I've watched everyone, and there's been some close games, but just looking at it, there doesn't look to be a lot between a lot of teams in this division. I include us and Whitehaven in that. Whitehaven obviously beat us in a closish one in the last game, but we know we can play a lot better than that. And one thing we sort of said last year was, let's make sure that if the other team are going to beat us, it's because they've played really well, not just because we've sort of beat ourselves. So we want to start that. That was Cup. We've played the friendlies, and this is serious business now in the league. This is the first crack at it, and we want to show everyone what we're about.
And we did see last season, although we lost against Lee in the first game, but we played really well. When we did win the games and we went on that bit of a roll, that how much the confidence went up straight away from all the lads. And I suppose that'll be one thing that you as a head coach will be wanting to get off to such a good start on Saturday evening, because that knock-on confidence can really do wonders for the whole team and the club.
Well, that's what winning does, yeah. Obviously, last year's last year now. This is there's some new boys in there. It's a new team. It's a new year. We've had such a long time off. The game's changed while we haven't been playing it, so it is a little bit different. And we've got to make us own momentum this year. Just because we started well last year doesn't mean we just carry on from that. That was a long time ago now. So we need to build our own confidence, and that comes from winning. Obviously, we're not confident from the last game at all because we played poorly and lost. So you make your own luck and you build your own confidence, and that only comes with just working really hard, which we've done in training, and then going hard at it in a game and performing well. And if we do that on Saturday, then I'm confident we can change that result around.
And just lastly, is there anybody that definitely won't make the fixture because of injury?
There'll be some, yeah. There'll be some that are out, but we're happy that the 17 that'll take the field on Saturday are good enough to do the job. We'll see a couple of lads that either we've only seen in pre-season or we haven't seen play for us yet. So there'll be a couple on debut, but I'm confident, like I say, from what I've seen in training and in the few months we've had with this squad, that the 17 that take the field on Saturday can definitely get the win.
Nice one. Well, thanks again, Lee, for joining us, and look forward to speaking to you after hopefully a win against Whitehaven on Saturday evening.
Cheers, Steve.